おい一緒やんけこれも。俺この2人並ぶとどっちがどっちか分かんないけん。お前双子だから出しても一緒やんけ。一緒やんけ。おい一緒やんけだからおいこれ悪いて。おい何やってんだよこいつ。一緒やってだからもうちょけすぎやってあやさんのツイート見て試合気になっちゃった。いやねもうナビの試合はね絶対見た方がいい。毎試合絶対面白くなるからね。これはもうバロラント界だよね。ちょっと待ってなんかちょっと待ってなんかやばい場合してない。なんかシャオがこれエンジェルにアウトロー勝ってんのこのおじさんこんな真剣な顔つきでやってることやばいって。なんでなん死んだ水月が。やばいエンジェルがローになっちゃった。これマジエンジェルおじさんのわがままチャンネルやんこれ。強10本ゼロキルで終わった。俺次ちゃんとシャオに武器買うんだろうなエンジェル。あ買ってる偉い。これでそのままエンジェルがバンダル使ってたらマジで俺エンジェルのファンやめるとこだった。ラフトクランさんプレミアムサース感謝あだす。楽はねえか。逆にファンになる。確かにもうプロシーンでそんなことやってる化け物いたら好きになっちまうわ。水月このバンダル使ってんの？ファンやめようかな。このバンダルマジでなんか重責キモくないこれ。強っ。いややっぱりこのバンダル使いますこのバンダルしか勝たんす。やっぱ水月が最強。
Look for a moment like that might get them the kill. Instead, though, they're going to start their rotation back towards this B site. Start putting pressure on. And that alone has pulled off the majority of the players from C. They're quickly back in play. Cage's pop paranoia that Mystic had kept for a little bit later now finds its value with Angel going down the utility. But there it is. This time to the legs makes it easier to finish them off. Two players on 10 HP. This is a very winnable round for nATs. Sneaking around the back of the site, still denying the plant, but eventually they found a safe spot alongside that molly. 3 players to drop. Low HP now. Artist down to 67. And even though it's just a spectre for nATs, it could work out. The nano from afar, he knows it's there. He knows he has to destroy it. Instead, he's looking for the kill.
すごい。シーローの左側に3人。
Thin out their numbers here and now. You assume there's something else coming. Artist has some utility.
マジで歩くね。
Follow up on the trap. It's starting to look like damage.
あーでもこれ。お強っ。これマジでシャオが強くてどうにかなってるだけやん。まあ基本ナビはこれだからね。困ったらシャオと水月がどうにかしてくれるから思い出さないと。 ちょっとえ
Another as well with the jump up. They didn't expect so many players
お
to
強
be
っ
here, and
お
Yafei is
お
firing on all
お
cylinders.
ー
Only Nats again, but this time
ちょっ
the
と待って
clutch
なん
much
かも
more
う
winnable.
え
Actually, more HP in play
え
for
す
his
ごいことだ
opponents
ったけ
than
ど
before, but less guns to fire back with.
えジッパー今パラ食らってなかった？なんで勝ったん？
Still has a nano to work with an alarm bot to cover some of the approach, and of course a movable door behind him that gives him a little bit of security. It's a tough clutch for Nats, but he got here early enough to see
なんか開幕10秒ぐらいで全員死んだけど。
So he's focused in on the
う
right
わ
and beautifully placed bullet
ナッ
to
ツ
put 3 on
だ
the board. A close third round, a competitive one, and an even closer fourth.
ーやっぱナッツなんよ。
So now he takes that little bit of a lighter play with the outlaw, and he's one hit on any of these players.
NAVI have kind of brought down quite far though. Angel left on 900 credits. Zipan not with
アセントの試合 DMM の方がうまかった。おいおいおいことやん。ちょ待ってお前エンジェルお前おい結構だってお前おい結構でドライで先頭で勝負すんなって。
I think Enzo just about 5 HP. He's able to escape, but he doesn't.
Wow.
It's actually a classic through the smoke. It was a rolling thunder utilized by Liquid, but somehow out of that, NAVI have come
なんで
out
結構
on
が
top.
スパイク持たずで先頭でドライ勝負してんだ。
A little bit of information.
わけわかんねえだろ。
Check the back of the tree. Yes, they do.
でっ
Mystic
か。
fires off just in time to give them a warning shot. And Zipan lands that bullet nicely.
いやまおう
An off angle, and now the only hope for the squad. Good
ナッツ
kill. Sections it into a
も
one
うナッツに
versus one
全て
on
がかか
both
ってる。
angles.
あ
Suygetsu isn't planting.
あほら
Very
や
much
っぱりこれ
coming
ファ
online
ー
for
スト
both
ブラッ
squads.
ドを取っちゃったせいだ。エンゾーがエンジェル倒しちゃったせいでこれミスだね今のは。リキッド側の現在7ラウンド終わりました。7ラウンドを終えてエンジェル7です。おいお前月光やってウルト回しまくってるって話。いややっぱ深いなエンジェル。月光ってウルトの回転率で変わってくるからね試合の内容めっちゃ大事。だからお前スパイク持って先頭行くなって。あーちょっとスパイクがおい死ななくてもスパイク落とすんかいエンジェル。おいやばいおいやばいって。どうするんこれ。こんなとこにスパイク落ちた状態で4対5見たことないって。どうするんこれ。
They also sent Wingman in, so it was definitely the plan to plant within that B site, but then nobody really followed up on it. I guess they were really assuming that there would be an after plant, maybe that Liquid wouldn't play anybody. They're getting down to the 30-second mark. Angels managed to find Yumpy, but he's got a player behind him. They still don't have the spike. This is the bigger issue. Now they're finally going to start pushing in, but they're walking into every single member of this Liquid squad. This round is just mental, well, Mystics just farming.
あそこにスパイクを落としてもなおラウンドを取るかと思っちゃった俺。
Absolute mess of a round. I don't know how Suygetsu's even alive at this stage.
I mean, he's done a decent amount of damage, at least. There was potential. But ultimately, yeah, I feel like this round, they tried to divide and conquer a little bit to create a blind spot, pressuring C,
武器セーブできたんか。月光とレイズがエントリーして終わりなんだけど。でスパイク落としてラウンド終了。これトッププロの試合ではないよ。あ学んだエンジェル。学んだ結果スパイクを持たずに先頭でエントリーしだした。おい違うってそういうんじゃないって学ぶべき方向性は。強っ方向性がそうじゃないんよ。スパイク持ってあよかったスパイク持ってくれた。じゃあジッパーに先頭行かせて。
Bit of a disaster for Team Liquid. A site though, they've made the call to play it as a retake.
ああ、お前、待って待って待って待って待って待って待って待って待って待って待って待っていけんのこれ。プラントし始めちゃった。あ、プラントさせるんや、あえて。解除するもしかして。あ、壊滅した。ちょっと。
To deny this defuse, but in fact, the players come pushing as he's readying himself to tap towards that spike.
おい、こいつら戦い方どうなっとるん。ランクやってだから戦闘でエントリーさせて誰もサイト入らんのは。どういうこと？いや本当にこの攻めの部分だけを、ナビの攻めの部分だけを名前とチーム名隠して、プレイヤー名とチーム名隠して、この戦いランクいくつでしょうって言われたら、まあゴールドぐらいではあるよ。TikTok に上げてコメント見たい。コメントもうめちゃくちゃ煽りコメント多いだろうな。何このプレーわらわらみたいな、結構マジでやめた方がいいよみたいなコメントに溢れるだろうな。さあ前半を終えてエンジェルさん驚異の12です。この勢いだと24ですの未来まである。ああ、結構ライトシールドフレンジーか。強っ。いやー強っ。わあいいね。リキッドめっちゃいいじゃん攻め方。
have to recover this with enemies everywhere, even a flank coming in from nATs late.
Yeah, this timing from nATs.
うわー、ナッツやらしすぎ。 A メインに行ったところから今度 AB リンク。うわー、ナッツゲーすぎる、あまりにも。わー、やっぱこのナッツとかいう男うますぎるな、バロラントが。ここで A 面で戦って味方が A サイトに入った後にまた B のラークなんだよな。いや、まあ、サイファーはマジで文句なし全員1位よ。サイファーっていうキャラを一番理解してる。なんかフォーセイ君とかもさ、まあ、サイファー使って強いけどさ、あれ別にサイファーが強いわけじゃないからな。ただフォーセイ君中身がフォーセイ君だからなんとかなってるだけで、ナッツはちゃんとサイファーの強さをね最大限生かしてる。そう、パイロットがね優秀。アシストもに。お、これガン刺さりじゃない？おー、でかっ。
Gets them the opening duel, but NAVI are now committed to this A site while Team Liquid waltz their way into C. And actually, if Enzo gets the plant, that could be a potential denial, or even the orb here, potential denial of Sugetsu's ult, which is a big way for them to get back into C.
バオササの次のマップはスプリット。
In fact, Sugetsu, is he going towards spawn or is he sticking on site? For now, he's just trying to catch one on the cross and bail.
Yeah, I think it will just be that info. The thing is, it's one of the ults gone, but I don't think they'll mind too much. Drone shown.
おお、先打ちロックダウン。これプランとして帰れるよな。
He is going to get caught, but that's fine. He'll be able to survive that a little longer.
Now they come flooding back in, not expecting Sugetsu to already be here. The guns were barely drawn on the side of Liquid.
おい、もうこれだからさ、アビリティの合わせとか別にいらんやんな。まあ、水月なんだよね。やっぱフィジなんですわ。結局バロラントってパワー、やっぱフットが教えてくれた。フットとナビが教えてくれた。あー、エンジェル。おいおい、そばのウルトレシルの2回目やって、なんでそんな避けれん
？Traded out the kill, but he also lost a lot of his HP. Zipan on 70 as well after being tagged up by the Hunter's Fury. And Navi now, we haven't really seen this from them, Tom. They're spread out in a default.
ソバウルト耐性なさすぎるでしょ、あまりにも。
10 HP on Xiao. All he's good for here, well, he'll probably end up with 2 kills, but all he's good for realistically is jump spotting that angle and drawing their eyes towards it so that then Zipan can swing and find so much value.
The thing is, Enzo still has a dart and a drone.
He does.
Like, there's so much potential information. They could even aftershock it if they wanted to. There's the drone going out. I feel like Xiao has to break this.
ああ、いいドローン壊
He's
し。
going to keep the bait going. And there is the dart, yeah, they're being extra careful. Now Zipan is in real trouble, the nade put through. He's buying them time, that's the one major thing. Can he get any kills
ああ、
from
いい
it?
カバースモークだったけどね。
25 seconds as they're now going to encroach onto
それはド
Xiao.
ンマイだわ。
Left with very little to play with here. He can't even really risk peeking out. And they're going back though. They're walking into Suygetsu.
やばいやばいやばい。強すぎる。強すぎる。ああ、タイミングやば。
Rolling Thunder could keep him safe, but he's just going to go for it.
あああ、シャオボロが。
He wanted to clear that corner. Wanted to make sure he wasn't close. And Yuppie's going to close it off of that. The Red Bull
마지
close
까요.
to make sure that they get it over the line. But I feel like Navi might feel a little bit silly after that one.
Yeah, you know, it's never nice to lose out
気
like
ま
that,
ず
but in the end,
まあでも基本的に
It's
ね、
not bad for Liquid. Okay, Yuppie only on a pistol, but
まあ、このカーテンも大事だけどね、今最近この目がめちゃめちゃ流行ってるから、この目覚えるといい。
spotted. Keiko will be the one to take the early fight. Now there aren't actually many.
この目炊くことでね、左に抜けてるかもしれないし、こう右にも抜けてるかもしれないというプレッシャーかけれるからね。
And I'm also just looking on the other side of the map, the classic.
結構強いんだよな。サイファーのカメラ無効化できるんだよね、この目だと。
yeah, the boom bot not going towards the ramp just
こ
caused
こ
a
で置いて
couple
ても
extra
ね、これ抜
seconds
けれちゃう
for
から
Navi as they have to clear out a lot
壊
of
した
space, but the
後とか
stun
に。
gets
そ
them
れ
as they
強
know
い。
heaven's clear, and they know that nobody from Liquid is still waiting around that position. So resetting into the positions they were in before Angel spotted that cross. It's for a mid crunch.
まあこの相手はサイファーいないからあれなんだけど。
The paranoia here used more passive than they would have liked because they want to get aggressive and fight those angles. Instead, they're slowly being pushed back by the utility. The blast packs through from Keiko. He's on site, but in comes Xiao. Suygetsu with the spray gets the spike on the floor, and they have to go right back
スパイクがきついなこれ。
Keiko, oh, he had an
リ
opportunity.
ヘブ落ちた。
Comes off the rope a
これ
little
リキッド
early.
ちょっとミスったね。
Misses nade, not
ス
finding
パイ
him.
ク
Mistakes
B
up
メイン
top,
の方が
but
良かっ
look
た
how
な
many。players are on the other side. If he swings that, there's a lot of trouble brewing for him. Missing that orb won't get him across for free, but after the first, he can't
Yeah,
deal with
Merita.
Suygetsu. Neither can nAts on the rope, and Keiko is left to try to create space and save the weapon. Hunted down by Suygetsu.
それ多めの目でも有効ですか？多めの目は有効じゃないね。バイパーの目限定。バイパーの目がいい点っていうのはね、やっぱ好きなタイミングでオンオフできるからね。ワンコンだったらあそこに目焚いちゃダメだし、数コンならあそこやな。A サイトランプ両方の車線切れるポイズンクラウドはこうなった。ポイズンクラウドこれか、このかのやつかはオワコンになってきてはいるね。この構成相手とかではあっても結構オワコンになってる。カーテンが晴れるタイミングとかでブリーチのスタンとかでカウンターされると逃げ場ないし、タイファーのカメラ A ヘブンに置かれるとそのカーテンの上からでも見られちゃうから、今はマジで B バイパーが流行り。 B バイパーだったらここでカウンターのスタン食らっても B メインのこっち逃げれるから、A カーテンの時代はかなり終わってるね。A カーテン目の時代は。ああ、A フェイク B か。あ、一瞬で返された。
From the shadows cancelled out by Xiao, who's spotted on the back of B site and won't be going anywhere anytime soon. That's where Team Liquid intend to take things, but it will be a split. Back through middle by the looks of things. Already showing presence up in heaven. The timing perfect for Zipan, but only good for the one. And Mystic is slipping away down towards the vent as the wall goes up yet again, but they're not sure if anyone has actually.
いやー、バイパーの B カーテンマジでうざいなこれ。これのうざさって何かってさ、このジャンプピークがマジしづらいんだよね、これ。この B サイトのここの。で、対抗してオペレーターを持ってくると、ここのスモークで塞がれるんよ。なんかやっぱ B カーテンメタ強いこれ。
some sort of miracle kill. Liquid have
Are they going for it?
done fantastic work. Timing here could be everything.
They're going for it.
Yeah, the clock is starting to tick a little bit
う
low.
わー、嫌なジャンピ。
Suygetsu had an opportunity and now things are just taken away. He's got to try and retreat from this. Try and hold on to a weapon, and I don't know if he's going to be able to. Artist does connect a couple of shots,
Okay.
but there's just not
Saved
enough
up.
time. It's just going to be that extra damage to end out the round, but the fact
いや、リ
is,
キ
if
ッド
it
圧
was
倒的
needed,
や
there
ね
was。still some utility available for nAts. And the thing with this round, it's again what blitzing their opponent. What is going on?
Just keep it
も
up,
う
boys. That's all that needs to be
もう
said.
勝ったなガハハの顔してない？
Angel very close to their ultimates. That rolling thunder could do a lot for NAVI, and chances are Artist is going to find a pick, at least in most games. Being a little tougher this time around, but the struggle is felt by all of NAVI. Round 8. And a slow default from the defenders. There's no, well, from the attackers as well, I suppose, but often we've seen NAVI look for these
やっぱね、このメインリテイクだかなり大事なんだよな。バイパー構成において。メインにどれぐらいプレッシャーかけれるかでミッドの人数が減ったりするから。わあ、うまー。読んでる。表でケイコが破壊して裏でナッツが破壊して、あー、いや GG。
Nothing Navi can do is ever
It's
the right
over.
play. Just that little crib, just that little corner that wasn't
It's
checked.
over.
And the perfect timing from nAts again, and the round is already done. Angel waiting on the other side of the map. There's
いや
nothing
もう
he
だっ
can
て
do.
圧
He's
倒してるも
not
ん
had
内容これ。
many opportunities it
完
seems to have
璧
impact
に
in this game. And, the
もうリキッドが好きなようにやってるもん。
honestly, I don't think I've seen Navi get schooled like this.
We
ever.
won.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm absolutely shocked by what we're witnessing. It's not to say that Liquid aren't capable.
エンジェルが最後に残ってるもん。これはもう終わりの合図。エンジェルが最後に残ってるってもうおしまい。おかしくなってるナビが。
See if NAVI can double their score coming into this. Again, it looks like there will be an attempt. They've already pushed up B main and some utilities
まあファンが多いからナビ投票が増えるの分かります。
It's all off contact for nAts. Part's actually good. It's forcing them back.
This is the thing. He's not the man you want to face off against.
They're falling back.
This was the potential Liquid. I think after last week, after Koi.
いやせめてここ取ろうナビ。20だったら全然。いや全然ではないけど、まあワンチャンある。あ、やばいやばい、ナイス。エンジェルが死んだ。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。
Finally manages to connect the shot.
うわいい。
Mystic under pressure should be going down as well, and they are stuck in a corner. They're looking like they might finally get themselves a second
わあ
round.
やっぱりね。はい。エンジェルファーストですだったらありってわけ。あれ
？It'll be NAVI. Team Liquid got 8 rounds in a row. Yeah. So that is kind of funny. Oh, that's a quick play from Zipban. Those blast packs are on point.
わあ、その上強。いらねえんだ。バンダルなんて。あれ？ジッパン？
TP? He's not gonna peek. Oh, you're in trouble?
わあ、いい合わせ。
That's unfortunate.
うま。
Seized in, he didn't really have anywhere to go.
シーズ捕まえて逃げる側にアフション打って前出させて殺すんだ。
Sneak up from Suygetsu is actually drawing rotations. This is just going to be an annoyance, and that's what he was going for.
フェード強いかもな、意外と。スプリット。ミッドのコントロールにめっちゃ最適じゃない？ベントに対して強すぎる。意外とおもろいな。あんまり俺好きじゃなかったんだけど、フェード。スプリット。意外、あーおお。勝つんかい。
Maybe going to pick up the remaining orb as well, and for Mystic, likely just going to try and hold on to the weapon. There's only so much damage he'll be able to do, and the economy of Liquid is not really in a position where he can take a risk.
Yeah, even if his teammates won't have a lot to work with next round, they can at least recover that rifle when he dies. It's not really an option if he goes for it here.
なんかワンチャンありそうになってきたな。
I've not seen Team Liquid blindsided like that in the game so far. Good to see him activated. Round 15 going to NAVI means a 10-5, half the scoreline of their opponents on NAVI's map pick, one that they
この構成ミッドの圧がやばいね、本当に。さすがに勝てるんじゃない？あ、来た。はい、ファースト。あれあれあれあれあれ、木抜かれた？
They want to capitalize on it if that's the case, but as we can see, NAVI are not committing. They're not going to give that information away for free. Instead, looking for other opportunities, looking to move elsewhere, and that's exactly
why
Enzo, the hat off his head, lets him see exactly where these attackers are and where they're moving to. But do NAVI now try to use that?
いや、このラウンドは相当きついよ、NAVI。シャを押して。車線切れない。あ、でも A だったらギリ車線切れるか。
Information isn't going to be guarded. In fact, it's going to be Zipan going straight off. He should
be going. でかいヤンピ。さすがです。
Liquid squad have now rotated into position. NAVI are going to try and take this to the heavens.
They've realized it's heaven though. That flash didn't see anybody. They have to be going somewhere on the back of that ult. Straight up here, suygetsu.
嘘でしょ？いや、さすがにサイト打たれるからこれは無理。
They have to clear them out with 10 seconds left. There's barely any time.
いやいやいやいやいやいやいや。いやいやいやいや、A側に全員寄られてて、それ勝っちゃうんだったらもう何でもいいよ。これもしかしてあるんかな、ビ。お前らギャンブルうますぎん？62億救ってこいよ。
Towards NAVI, tied up, winning all their attacking rounds, and 3 more needed for either team to take it across the line.
They've got so much cash that suygetsu was buying himself a bonus outlaw just to go for some early fights, and then drops it. An aggressive position from Keiko. Bear in mind that.
いや、これ B メインにかかってる。うわ、行かないんだよね。でもやばい、エンジェルがスパイク持って B メイン行こうとしてる。カバー熱っ。いや、お前勝つんかいそれ。いやいやいやいやいや、ああもうぐちゃぐちゃだ。リキッドの顔面が。リキッドの顔面ぐちゃぐちゃになっちゃった。で、エンジェルは死にます。ちゃんとエンジェルは死にます。おもろおもろNAVIマジでクソおもろいやん。お前ほんとすごいなNAVIって。エンターテイナーすぎん？バロラントでこんな面白い試合できるんやな。そらファンも増えますわ。脳内麻薬みたいになってるもん。一旦最悪な気分にさせてからそこから最高の気分にさせる。
Another outlaw just to try and catch people going aggressive. What they do, already spotted. A rifle will be retrieved. They are trying. The govs are off. Liquid now. Wanting to get up in their face. Keiko's managed to claim the orb.
いやー、これカメラパラのコンボ。これ他の試合でもやったコンボ。めちゃくちゃガン刺さりしてた。
The paranoia and then Enzo on the other side.
いいね。A メインのエリアも取れてるし、これもう完璧。準備完了、カウンターの。最高の。パラ、間に合い、パラ、間に合い、パラ、間に合った、間に合った。来た来た来た来た来た来た来た。なんでいや、今完璧だったけど、セットアップは。チャンス生まれた、チャンス生まれた。強っ。
Too far back at this stage, has a flash to work with, suspects both players to be left at least one, but they move back just in time.
やばい、ショーティー構えてる2人。ウルト中でショーティー構えてる。うわありえんよ、マジでこんな勝ち方すんの、バロラントで。ランクじゃないんだぞ。ランクじゃないんだけど、ランクでさ、ファースト取られて、サードまで取られて、で、味方がティルトをしだした時のランクじゃないんだから、これ。チャットでハテナピンお互いを言って喧嘩し始めてみたいな。
Hope is all they've really got, with everything else dissipating. I like this though, not shying away. 4 players now stacked up in mid, ready to brawl, ready to fight. The showstopper going to be sent out immediately. A chance for an opener, but it's only going to be a trade.
Could have been more. Look at Zipan. 5 HP after that showstopper landed. An inch to the left, he was down.
GG, my team.
Late into the round, Team Liquid start to move out of position. The smoke on B main.
これファーストブラッド取ったのがもうエンジェルなんだよね。つまりどういうことか分かっちゃうよね。12対10。ファーストブラッドエンジェル。ゆうかさんティアンサウスカンシャル受け27ヶ月目。あらす。お、エンゾノータイムだ。強いラウンド取ったけど終わりや。これ金ない。リキッド金ない。マップコントロールとかに関してはリキッドが基本的に全部勝ってんのにさ、交戦し始めた瞬間になんかキルログはナビの方が多くなっちゃうんだよな。だから常にこれなんだよ、ナビの試合。これプラウラーとミッドの目でエリアコントロールするでしょ。いや、また来た。またゴールド来た。うますぎ。おいおいおい、読まれるのを読んでさらに天才やん。
A wrap back around from Angel as well, just holding into the spawn. The rest of the players don't have to look in that direction. He is, however, going to be revealed.
うわ、神カウンターフラッシュ。お、ナッツ2対2。あー、2対1。
And the fight comes down to just Keiko. No nade, and he's only spotted one player, but he'll go for the defuse. Tapping it now, breaking the utility that comes after it. And again, baiting them into the open. One away. Nade, 4 bullets.
うわー、決めるんだ、最後にエンジェルが。こいつ、ちゃんと決めよる。
This team was 10 and 2 down. They bought themselves another shot at the series.
GG。やば、この試合マジで。ちょっと待って。おー、やばい。しかも試合の内容がさ、なんだろうな。うまかったのさ、最後のスタンぐらいじゃね、正直。最初のバイラウンドか。 うまいって言えるのが、全部打ち合い勝ったんだけど。キルトレード全部勝って終わらしたみたいな。やばいなぁ、マジで。
Not necessarily as common. Is your opponent going to have adapted or watched and seen what you've been doing and found ways to counter it? Well, Yumpy is dead. I think he just accepted that he was dead and would rather go down to a fragment.
KO に倒されるのも良くないと思うけどな。飛び出しちゃった方が良さそうだけど。強っ。ショックダーツ当たんないのそれ。あれあれあれ、ナッツ？えあ
Damage is the name of the game, and it looks like that game is being won by Liquid so far. They can drop another player. This could become decently costly for the side of NAVI, and still some potential to take them out. Great recon! They're not looking the right way, hoping that would clear them, and Enzo wouldn't be quite as close as he was. They know where Mystic is. They've got that information on both players to work with. They don't want that. I think it was only a sector dropped out in the open, so even recovering that wouldn't be that big of a deal. But with a headshot to Enzo, it's now unrecoverable. And Mystic's got it all to do.
さすがにこれはアーマー削れればいい方。
Needs to get in here and try to find some value.
そんなことなる？マジでなんかただ走ってキルするだけのネオンだったからな。キャラコンとかじゃなくて走ってローテートして殴って勝つ。デンサイリさんプライムさんすくありがとう。おいオペ。
Value he can bring with the operator. Mystic maybe sticking around a little too long, but he will escape. That is a lamp. Now they have to be wary. Keiko can not only reposition, but he also has the ult dimensional drift available for a retake if it gets there. But that's absurd. Xiao just so quick with it. Doesn't even allow him to escape. There, but dimensional drift available.
強すぎだってシャオ。何そのピーク。もう一回見せて。いやいやいやいやいや。やばいって。
Just happened to pick the one of the two angles that he wasn't set up for, and the flick doesn't land. Smokes down, information to play with, and the flank underway. Look at the position of suygetsu, it's nasty. He can get so much value already dropping Enzo, but the sight hold is still on. Yumpy standing strong for now, forced back by the flash. Still those bullets whizzing past and player in heaven. And the cam goes up to distract, but it doesn't work. It's near perfect. In the end, he falls. 12 seconds left, and the rotate around to get the spike. They'll make it back just in time. nATS has to try to deny them. Well, doesn't have to, but he probably should. He's seen both. The swing out, and he's getting closer.
水月の打ち合いが強え。しゃがみピークって強いんかこのゲーム。いやなんかさマジで普通のチームだったらアビリティでエリア取れてるから有利だねとかさあるじゃん。人数寄せてエリア取り返したから有利だねみたいなさ話があるんだけどさ、ナビさ単純に1v1 の打ち合いで全部勝っちゃってエリア取れてるからもうマジでパワーなんだよな。あれシャオが打ち勝つのわけわかんないしね。あやさんなんで強いんですかって言われたらこれはもうエイムが強いとしか言いようがない。シャオのエイムが強くてミッドを打開できたので相手がエリアを下げるしかなくでサイファーのウルトで攻める場所を確定でき攻めれたっていうね。やばいよこれ。壊滅。壊滅。前ブリンク。死んだのエンジェルだし外れ。倒したのエンジェル外れなんよ。リヒットそれはやっちまったな。そっかだって今打ち合いにさなんかしてた打ち合いのところでここなんかアビリティ使ってた。リーコン1個だよこれ。 ビーコン1個で終わってるからね。KO のポップフラッシュでみたいなじゃないからもう。ビーコン1個で3人倒せるんだったらもうそれ以上いいことないよ。
On the other side, nAts is just chilling. Like he has no plans to move from within his setup. It might be an idea for Enzo to try and back into it, get into a spot where he's safe, and I don't think they're going to be able to shut him out from here unless...
OTL 何やってんのって思ったの解説。ここで、これ後ろを向いてるのは、これ KO フラッシュアンチだね。KO フラッシュポンって入れて、突っ込んでくるのをかわすために、このケイコは後ろ向いてて、で、これはあれかミスティックパラ構えてんのかなパラ構えてんね。パラ構えて多分、詰めるっていう作戦だったんだけど、まさかのリーコン1個で出てくるとは思わなくて、えってなって、で、ヤンピーが打ち負けちゃって、で、後ろ向いてたからケイコン間に合わなくて、で、パラ入れてたからミスティックも遅れて、一人倒すけどカバーされて終わりっていう。なんだろうな。噛み合い。ナビ相手に頭を使ったのが悪かったナビみたいな、やっぱドライ勝負に自信ありなチームにフラッシュ警戒したら良くなかった。むずいからね。これソバウルトと合わせるんじゃないエンゾーの。来た来た来た来た来た来た来た。やばい、当たんね当たんね。あ、当たった。やってもうたケイコ。今の1キル取って戻ってたらガチ圧だったな。おお、間に合った。熱っ。
It's made it doable, workable. But remember, Mystic was tagged down to 2. He's not going to be the most useful on the way back through. Even the smoke likely to land on main. Doesn't section them off, as these players are very much focused on the site itself. nAts has just gone crazy. Diving down with a shorty in hand, but now he's the last man standing.
nAts いける ?HP30 で。
Two players to do it. And it's Angel and a quick shot through the wall.
いやだからそれで勝てんだったら何でもいいんだよね。大パン連打。お、なんかすげえおもろいとこにテレポート置いてるの。巻き？フェイク？もしかしてフェイク TV でマーケットのやつ下がらせんの？おもろ。
Still hunkered down, actually going to the back of B side. One player falls back, that's Artis.
何そのセット。おもろ。めっちゃおもろいやん。車線それで切って入ったタイミングで切ってクリアリングすんだ。いや、そのバイパーの木の使い方天才すぎるかも。今のやばいな。He's gonna get shot in the back.
That's one of those moments where you sit there.
いやちょっと待って、今のねバイパーの木の使い方マジジーニアスだぞ。このピンのところに木開いてあるやん。これで一回バックサイトの車線を切ってサイトまで入って、サイトまで入ったらもう用済みだから、この木が下ろしてクリアリングなんだよね。やっぱこのローワー側から入るときに怖いのってバックの車線だから。いやーうまいな。そう、設置後は耐え目運用もできるし、やっぱバイパーだよな、ネタを破壊するのは。 だからアイソの度重なるナーフであんな姿にいや何も食らってない。アイソは初期であれ。アイソは生まれながらにしてあの姿だから。
Clean as can be with the headshot and the spike down on the floor. Here comes Angel, the backup, and he's being seen just as he walked through the smoke. But he makes it out.
Something you've never done with an Odin.
What's that?
Pull out a shot.
なんならバフもらってあれ。
That's true. You don't need a shock dart. You've got an Odin.
Okay, well, Zipan is going to.
なんかアイソってバフもらってたっけ？
Try and smoke him off.
何のバフもらってるあいつ。
At least a little bit of their utility. Two of them spotted. Maybe expecting them to be a little bit further forward than they are. You can see that B-side defense is exactly the same as last time. More aggressive positions, but with that clock ticking down, I'm getting nervous.
あ、ダブルタップのシールドが小さくなった。変わんねえ別に。影響ね。
That flash not even intended to be followed up on the paranoia as well, just slowing them down.
鼻で笑われてる。鼻で笑いもしますわ。わあ。なあだからさ全部打ち合いで勝ってるだけなんで見てこれ。アビリティゼロっす。見てここ。パラ1個切った後もうアビリティゼロ。こっからこれシャオもジッパーもアビリティゼロ。逆にパラ切られて打ち合いで 4-0 トレード。そんなことなる？マジで CS よこれ。 CS してるほぼ。An aggressive push for Ardis. You can see the confidence this team is playing with now. A completely different look. KO ウルト食らってないのにアビリティ使えなくなってるもん。
And on the other side of things, it looks like Liquid right now are trying to beat Na'Vi at their own game. Let's play defaults, let's play slow. You are trying to beat Angel at his own strategy. You're reading from the book he wrote, and it is just not working. These last two rounds have not been close. You've been running in with 15 seconds left, and now you have pieces of your weaponry missing. And they're still playing these slow default.
いやエリア取りはね悪くないよ。これショート目で塞いじゃえばこれいい感じよ。いやいい。あなんで2人を持ってけちゃうの？その限界の状態で。
The brothers might have been hard to separate earlier on, but the teams are something different here on Ascent.
フィジで終了っす。